The 3 C's of mastery. This is for chief people officers who are thinking about developing, elevating talent through their organization. And essentially it's a riff on Jim Collins's Hedgehog Concept. Now the Hedgehog Concept, if you haven't heard of it before, is what Jim Collins refers to in his really fantastic book, Good to Great, published in 2001, which I reread recently. And in the book, he's talking about what enabled really good, successful businesses to become truly great businesses, exceptional businesses historically. And he talks about the curse of being good, because that often doesn't provide the impetus to become truly great. And one of the central concepts that enables those businesses to become truly great is this hedgehog concept. The hedgehog concept is based on the ancient Greek parable of the hedgehog and the fox. I won't go into the whole story of that now, but essentially the hedgehog is truly expert and brilliant at one thing. And being brilliant at that one thing enables it to outwit the fox every single time. And the way he talks about this hedgehog concept, the way he illustrates it, is as a Venn diagram. And in the Venn diagram, you've got an intersection of 3 key questions that he says every organization needs to ask itself to arrive at its hedgehog concept. And the first question is, well, what are we passionate about? What do we care about? So let's do that. Passion. And that's probably something we're already doing, and we're really passionate about doing that. And then the next area to consider, the next question to consider is, what can we become world class at? What can we become the best in the world at? So let's call that best in world. And it's not necessarily that you're already the best in the world in it, but what could you become the best in the world in it? And to be very honest and real about that, let's take an honest look at, could we become the best in the world at that? And often it looks like, look, we're trying to do some things which we're good at, but we're never going to be the best in the world at. And we probably need to get rid of those things and really focus on the one thing that we can be the best in the world at. So what do we care about? What are we the best in the world at? And then the third thing is, what's the driver of your economic engine? Oh, I can't spell. Economic engine. And essentially that is what's driving your business economically. What is the thing that's probably most profitable? What is the thing that you can be well paid for? And I was thinking about all of this, and then the intersection of those 3 things gives you that sweet spot, which is your hedgehog concept, the thing that you're passionate about, the thing that you can be the best in the world at, and the thing that you can be well paid for. And then his point of view is just focus exclusively on that. Now, I was thinking about it in the context of working with chiefs, working with individuals who are wanting to continue to elevate and have increasing impact in their role. And it occurred to me that actually it just fits quite neatly into these 3 C's. It just kind of popped into my head as I was thinking about it. And the 3 C's are simply, the passion is, what do you care about? It's about caring. What do you actually really care about? And that gets to be a really important inquiry about what holds meaning for you as an individual, and then how does that meaning get translated through the work that you do. And everyone has that, but sometimes it can take a little bit of exploring about what that really is for you. Sometimes it's changed from what it was to what it is now, and it's important to stay current with that. So what do you really care about? The second thing is, what can you be the best in the world at? So that's really a question of competency. Again, my spelling, I'm not entirely sure about, but competency. I can't be the best in the world at spelling, I don't think. But as a leader, that may also start to become less about the technical competency of your domain, which has probably got you to where you are, and much more about leadership competency and becoming really the best in the world, world class as a leader. And that there's a nuance there. There's a difference between the technical abilities that you have and the leadership abilities that you have. And then the third thing is economic engine. So that's really compensation. And my point of view about that is really, that's about how can you create a ton of value for other people? How can you really increase the value you're creating for other people? And the natural consequence of that is going to be world-class compensation. So it's really that simple, that here are the 3 C's: competency, caring, and compensation, that if you can figure out where those 3 C's align, that is your sweet spot as a leader. And I think, to be honest, that's not necessarily a hard thing to do. Everyone can find that sweet spot for them. And when they find that, it's very clarifying. And the opportunity then is to really hone and focus on that single point of mastery.